Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm Christine Witowich, the co-chair of Ivan Franko Homes Board Communications Committee, and I'm honored to host this exciting session this evening. Добрий вечір всім, я Христя Вітович. Мені припала велика честь привітати вас в імені дирекції пансіонів. Our webinar this evening is expected to run 30 minutes, including a Q&A session. That's a little bit shorter than the 60 minutes you saw in the invitation. If you'd like to send questions at any time, please do so using the question button on your screen. A recording will also be made available by email in the next few days, so watch your email for that. This evening, we're witnessing history, and that's not being dramatic. This certainly is a big moment for Toronto's Ukrainian community and Ivan Franko Homes. Rebranding is a big moment for an organization. It's an opportunity for us to honor our roots while positioning ourselves for the future. And I'd like to touch on that in introducing tonight's speaker. Ivan Franko Homes was the brainchild of Pani Yevgenia Pasternak in 1957. She was a trailblazer in elder care, founding the first ethnic homes, 3 of them, 3 homes for seniors in Canada, the first ones. And for this outstanding contribution, she was awarded the Order of Canada, Neske Yiyi Poklin. In preparing for this evening, I reached out to somebody who knew and worked with Pani Yevgenia Pasternak, a fellow board member, Pani Valentina Rodak. I asked Pani Valentina about how the brand Ivan Franko Homes, Pensione imeni Ivana Franka, came to be. Pani Valentina shared that Pani Yevgenia Pasternak was a person who didn't give up easily and worked extremely hard to achieve her goals. And those were qualities she admired in Ivan Franko, the Ukrainian writer and political activist. Ivan Franko said, "I'm the son of working people who are moving forward despite having lived in darkness. I'm the prologue, not the epilogue." Like Ivan Franko, Evgenia Pasternak was the prologue to today's evening. And our speaker tonight, Oля Vovnish, is the prologue to a new era. Oля picked up the CEO mantle just about a year ago, but she's been part of Ivan Franko Homes leadership for 12 years. Oля holds a master's degree in health administration from Toronto Metropolitan University and is a certified human resources professional. She's a member of the Canadian College of Health Leaders and the Canadian Society of Executives. Oля holds a certified health executive designation. She leads Ivan Franko Homes management team and healthcare professionals at 2 sites in Etobicoke on Royal York Road and in Mississauga. Her team, like Pani Pasternak, are true trailblazers, setting new standards of compassion, innovation, and excellence in senior care. Oля also leads a building team of professionals to build Ivan Franko Homes' new development project, the Center for Aging and Longevity, on the home's 10-acre property in Mississauga. This is one of the largest projects in the history of Ukrainians in Canada. It will provide transformative and inspiring aging supporting care for generations to come. Oля is truly an exemplary leader, serving one of the most vulnerable groups in our community. Last year, she was recognized with the Community Recognition Award for everything that she does. Oля is leading Ivan Franko Homes into the future. And part of that is launching a new brand. That's what we're going to hear about today. It's my great pleasure and a distinct honor to introduce CEO of Ivan Franko Homes, Oля Vovnish. Прошу, Олю.
Доброго вечора. Good evening, everyone. Пані Христю, дуже дякую. Thank you very much for such a warm introduction. It's my pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you all for joining us today on this momentous occasion, the rebranding of Ivan Franko Homes. We are not just here to commemorate the great journey of this organization so far, but also to embrace the exciting transformation that lies ahead. Ivan Franko Homes holds a special place in many hearts as we provide the best care for our cherished seniors by providing them with comfort, safety, and a sense of community. Before I present our new brand and logo, I would like to share with you the history of our organization and show you how our brand has evolved over the last 50 plus years. This is a picture of our founder, Dr. Evgenia Pasternak, who also served as Ivan Franko Home president for almost 5 decades. Dr. Pasternak was well known in the Ukrainian community across Canada and in Ukraine. We are often asked why our organization was named after Ivan Franko. Ivan Franko was a Ukrainian poet, writer, journalist, political activist, and a doctor of philosophy. 3 years before his death in 1916, he wrote, "Everywhere and always, I had one guiding thought, to serve the interest of my people and universal progressive ideas." Those two guiding stars seems to me not to be disobeyed as long as I live. Ivan Franko dedicated his life to serving his people, and Pani Hristia mentioned. And this is also what our founder, Dr. Pasternak, did. She named the home in honor of Ivan Franko to follow his example of serving his people despite many challenges and difficulties. And like Ivan Franko, Dr. Pasternak wanted to break the rock of human misunderstanding and resistance, and thus create a better life for Ukrainians on Canadian soil, far away from their motherland. Here we see our first Ivan Franko home, which was established in 1964 at 35 High Park Gardens in Toronto. Here, our first residents present flowers to Dr. Pasternak, and our first logo is on the right. The average age of our residents at that time was 65 years in comparison to the current age of 90. The first residents truly enjoyed their home, but this home was too small to accommodate all the applicants, and the waiting list grew. Dr. Pasternak and the first Ivan Franko Home Board started to think of building a larger home. The idea of constructing a home for Ukrainian seniors was not understood or readily accepted among the English-speaking community, upon whom approvals and partial financing were dependent, nor among a majority of Ukrainian community members. On the other hand, the English-speaking community felt that there were enough homes for the aged, as they were then called that way, there where Ukrainian seniors could also live, not taking into account such important factors as the language barrier and attachment to cultural traditions, food, etc. On the other hand, the majority of people in the Ukrainian community felt that older people should continue to live with their families in accordance with Ukrainian customs, disregarding the critical fact that they were living in a new age with different values. This did not stop our leadership. The opening of the second home can be called a turning point in the thinking and attitude of the Ukrainian community toward elder care. The second home was opened in 1970 in the heart of Etobicoke. You can see crowds of visitors during the opening of Ivan Franko Home, 767 Royal York Road in Etobicoke. Many people found their home here, lives touched, the connections formed, the exceptional care provided have been the very strong foundation of our existence. The home in Etobicoke was fully occupied in a very short time, and due to a lack of space, new applicants were left waiting. Dr. Evgenia Pasternak and the board of directors decided to purchase land and build a new, beautiful, and modern Ivan Franko home in Mississauga. In 1982, luxurious third Ivan Franko home was opened on 11 acres of land. This home had 50 apartments, a library, clinic, museum, large chapel, large dining room, a high-dome winter garden, and several unique rooms for residents, for carpentry, and different crafts. There was a large fountain with beautiful gardens around the building and a fish pond in the backyard, beautiful orchard. At that time, our organization changed its brand name to Ivan Franko Homes, Pensione Ivana Franka. You can see it on your screen on the left side on the top. Having a large property, our home was able to provide different types of activities to our residents, such as gardening, beekeeping, and harvesting delicious apples from our orchard. And again, waiting lists at our two homes were full. These two pictures were taken at the same orchard in Mississauga, 37 years apart. The legacy continued. There was continuity in our leadership, as our second executive director, Terry Yankovic, was with our organization for more than 50 years and continued to carry on the Ivan Franko Homes legacy. In 2014, Ivan Franko Home introduced a new logo in two colors, blue and yellow, with Ivan Franko as patron, and also with the appearance of our two homes as accommodation and care for the elderly. Here you can see pictures of our residents taken in the different periods at both homes. Our homes always strive to provide the best environment for our residents and the best quality care. We admire our residents and are always happy to put a smile on their faces. We want them to live their lives fully and enjoy every moment. We always celebrate our residents. They are our heroes in so many ways. They have preserved our culture, heritage, and language, and have passed on their experience and wisdom. Traditions are passed on from generation to generation. Our residents continue to make pesanki today. Every year before Easter, we make pesanki with our residents. In this picture on the left, you can see our first board and Жіночий комітет, Women's Committee. Next to Pani Pasternak, you can see Anna Franko Ключко, daughter of Ivan Franko. She and her family, and now her great-granddaughter, Halina Ключко, have been actively involved with our organization. And on the right is our current board. The difference is 56 years, but the mission and values are the same. These people are our current heroes that despite of all challenges, they have always worked very hard that our organization provides an exceptional care environment for seniors in our community in the best way possible. Our organization grows and evolves as we respond to meet the needs of our community. Now we are in a process of consolidating our services at the future campus of care on 11-acre property in Mississauga. This will be one of the largest projects in the history of Ukrainians in Canada, and we want people to understand who we are. We hope to achieve this through our imaging and our branding. We want our brand to reflect our forward-looking vision and mission. Now, my next two slides, I'd like to share the view of our future Center for Aging and Longevity. The external view, and the next picture is internal view. And now, I'm pleased to unveil the new look for Ivan Franko Homes that includes our Center for Aging and Longevity, our assisted living, and all the programs and services that will take place on our future campus of care. Into our logo, we incorporated our initials, IFH, because a lot of people refer to us in this way, and we don't want to forget where we came from and our past. We remember all those who built the IFH family. The icon is the IFH monogram surrounded by a group of homes to form the shape of an iconic flower. It symbolizes the life, beauty, and interconnectedness of our striving community. The sunflower is our community, always blooming, friendly, and inviting. Our logo will be used in these two color combinations. It also reflects colors that I identified with Ukraine. This branding signifies our commitment to enhancing the quality of life for our residents, enhancing the services we offer, and creating an environment where love, compassion, and dignity thrive. We will continue to deliver the highest standard of care and compassion. Here are a variety of pictures of our residents with our new logo. We also acknowledge the remarkable journey of our seniors who have resided in our homes, the vibrant stories, the laughter shared, the incredible wisdom passed down have shaped this community into what it is today. It is with great pride and honor that we will continue this legacy, embracing a new vision while cherishing the exceptional memories that have been created. Thank you all for joining us today and for your unwavering dedication to our organization and the well-being of our senior community.
Thank you very much, Olu, for that inspiring presentation. Thank you. It's wonderful to see those historical photos and the progression into what will be the future. Thank you very much for that. And we have a few questions that have come in. We have about just under 10 minutes. So the first question that's come in, and it's an anonymous one, is how will your new campus honor Mrs. Pasternak?
We will definitely have a special place for Pani Pasternak because right now, Pani Pasternak's picture, her portrait, is at the entrance, actually both homes. And the same way, there will be a special place where we'll be displaying our history, what we shared today, but we will shorten it, and there will be space for Pani Pasternak and all previous leaders on that space. We treasure our history and we would like to share, and we are proud of our history. So it will be displayed in our new building.
Thank you for that. And we have a second question that's come in, and this question has come in from Ihor. And the question is, I drive by the Mississauga location often. Will we start seeing the logo visible to people from the street?
Yes, our new logo will be prominently displayed on the construction and signage for the campus of care.
And another question has come in. Thank you for that answer. The next question, also from an anonymous sender, is when will the new logo begin to be used? Where will we see it first?
Thank you very much for all those questions. Beginning tomorrow on October 23rd, we will start using Monday, October 23rd, and tomorrow, October 20th, we will start using a new logo, which will be prominently displayed on our website. We also plan to have a transitional period during which the new logo will be gradually replaced the old one. And starting on November 1st this year, our new logo will be fully integrated and used everywhere to represent Ivan Franko Homes.
Thank you for that answer. If anyone would like to submit a question, we have a few coming in, but just as a reminder, you can use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. Feel free to send that in with your name, or you can also send in a question anonymously. There's another question coming in from Olena, and Olena's asking, will there be t-shirts? So this is a fun question, Olu. Will there be t-shirts or other items like water bottles? So it's merch available for sale and perhaps as a fundraiser with the new logo?
That's actually a great idea. We will consider as a potential fundraising campaign. Yes, there will be t-shirts and other items. And we hope you will support our organization by buying them. Thank you for the question.
Oh, thank you. And the logo is really striking, and it will look lovely on t-shirts, I'm sure. So looking forward to that. So another question has come in from somebody anonymously, and this person writes, sad to see the old logo go, but hopefully it will be on display and part of your history presentation at the campus. Can you comment on that?
Yes, I actually answered that partially in my answering the first question. Yes, as you see, we always remember our history. In my presentation, you were able to see different logos. And yes, it will be part of our history. It will be displayed in a new building.
Thank you. Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Here's another question. It's also anonymous coming in, and it's more personal. It says, it's a question for you. It says, leading this effort personally, what was your reaction when you first saw the new logo? Did you know it was the right one right away?
That's a good question. Yeah, the third one, yes. Why? First of all, the idea of small houses, putting together and creating a flower. It's like a community, all those small houses around, shaped in a soняшник, sunflower. It was something amazing, something very warm, and as I said in my presentation, blooming. It's a flower, and it's also flower. It's a very symbolic for Ukrainians, sunflower. So yes, it resonated with me right away.
Well, that's lovely. And the soняшники, they turn their heads always to the sun.
Yes, that's true.
And particularly symbolic during the war, the sunflower seeds have become. So Now it's 7:27, so we're nearing the end, and we don't have any other questions coming in. So what I'd like to do at this point is to thank you very much, Olu, for your presentation, for taking us through the history, the roots, and into the future. And everybody who's participating, I'd like to thank you for joining us this evening. If you have any other questions about our rebranding, please feel free to email them to us, to the email where you receive the invitation. You'll also be getting a follow-up email with a recording of today's session and also an invitation to provide some feedback. We run webinars on a monthly basis, and your feedback is always helpful, and we appreciate hearing any thoughts you might have for topics in the future. So thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Доброго вечора всім.
Дякую, пані Христю, дуже. Дякую. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.